Well, howdy y'all. Welcome to the Traveling Bodie. I am Brian. Bodie's out taking a rest. But this is Mobile Dwellings Part 2. So if you missed the first one, click the link above. Take you to the first one where I talk about yurts, sheds, and tiny house on wheels. What we're going to talk about today are other options for non-mobile dwellings. These are far more non-conventional. They do get talked about, but not as much. So the first one we're going to talk about are sort of earthen structures. There's the cob structure, and then there's the hay bale structure. They're sort of similar. Cob is made mostly with sand, clay, different mediums of soil melded together and then made into like an adobe structure. Hay bale is very similar to that, and the only difference is that the walls are made of hay bales, as you would imagine, right? And so both have been around for eons and generations, and they're really cool and very unique, and really there's no limitations to what you can do with that. I've even seen in Michigan, there's some 2-story hay bale houses that are just gorgeous, right? Another non-conventional, non-mobile dwelling option that is growing in popularity are shipping containers. Shipping containers are cool because you get a pretty sound box, and they used to be somewhat inexpensive, and I'm sure with the world it is, prices are going up. Either way, what's cool about them, again, it's a blank slate, kind of like a box truck. You can do anything you want with it. You can put a whole bunch together and you can make them into some weird sort of Lego house where you can make up some unique design. Heck, you could cut the top out of one and make it into a pool. So you have a pool next to your tiny house. I mean, the options are endless. I think I even saw somewhere in Europe, someone took a bunch of shipping containers and made like a whole apartment complex out of them. That's real kind of fancy and real thinking outside the box there, right? And lastly, and people do it, well, actually there's a few other options that are sort of in the earthy sort of, there's the full hobbit house. Like if you want to go for the full like earth buried hobbit house, that's kind of fun. I have no experience with that whatsoever, but it's definitely something you can do, especially in more green and wooded areas. But another huge popular option are these things called Earthships. Earthships are these amazing things. I've only been in one, and it was in New Mexico in southwest United States, in the Taos area. And there's these amazing, actually no, it was in Colorado, I take that back. Regardless, Earthships are these amazing, unique structures that have a specific metric to how they're built, and I won't go into all the details, but in short, it's the whole structure faces south. It's got a big glass window that turns into like a greenhouse area which heats the thing, and the rest of it's built into a hill, and it's just some amazing stuff. So these are some non-conventional, non-mobile dwellings that you can consider if you're wanting to go way off the rails and do some really amazing stuff. So think about that, and because if you're new to this, you may not be aware of these things, but things to research when you're doing all your research and getting into this realm. Anyway, even if you want to just look into it, I mean, Earthships are super cool, and again, I'll just plug them because you're basically reusing a lot of material, and you're not really buying new stuff. You're sort of repurposing old. It's like a permaculture wet dream, basically, is kind of what it is. Either way, there it is. Just some ideas for you to consider from Brian. Again, Bodie's taking a nap right now. So either way, hope you're all doing well and have an amazing, wonderful, magnanimous day, everyone. I love all of you. See you on the next one.